Yo, what's going down, y'all? It's your homie Jay Green. It's my man.
Barry Gaines.
And so right now, what we're doing is we're posing a question. If you were stranded on an island, stranded in the middle of the desert, something like this, you ain't gonna get back to civilization, not no time soon. What are the 5 films, the 5 movies that you would want to entertain you potentially forever in a day?
Damn.
Right?
Damn.
Right
Oh,
now.
no, man, that's tough. I mean, just 5.
5 out of the thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions of movies that have been made over the years.
Man. Now, okay, so does trilogies count as one film, or is it per film?
I would like to say yes, but in the words of Lone Star from Spaceballs, take only what you need to survive. Are they gonna let us take all 3? All 4? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I like that. That's a deep cut, brother. That's a deep cut. I like that. Oh man. All right. So you know what? Okay. I'll do one. I'll do one, and you do one. We go back and forth. So my first one, I think, my first one would be. All right. My first one would be T2.
Yep, I can see that.
That's my first
Absolutely. 100%. Love it. My first one, I'm gonna go Back to the Future.
one. Oh, some good stuff.
And
Wait.
timely.
Are we doing which one?
Oh, the first one. Back to the Future, the
First.
original.
The original. The first
I
one. Okay.
love them all. I love the whole trilogy, but
Right.
if I only could have one, that movie is everything.
Yeah, that's
So
that's my favorite. One of my favorite films. Yeah, it's perfect. Damn. Second one. You know, I know I'm missing something. All right, I think I'll go for Avengers: Infinity War.
oof.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a lot of layers in that that could last me for a little while.
Now let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Are we on the same plane? Are we stranded on the same island? That's a loophole. Because now it's 10.
Well, if we're on the same island, we're not. I mean, no, we're different islands. We're just looking at each other. You're on one island, I'm on the other island. We looking like this, and we can't share
Damn.
movies. You know what I'm saying?
Because
Yeah.
when you mentioned you said Infinity War or Endgame.
Infinity War.
Yeah, because when you mentioned Infinity War, that movie is like so much fun. Of course, that movie's great. But Endgame, you got the portal scene.
I know
So
but
portal
that's
scene, I might have to throw that in. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and throw Endgame in there, and I'm
okay.
gonna say why.
All right.
I'm
So
gonna say
okay.
why.
So you got
One, because you're gonna get those flashback scenes. So a lot of people were like, crying about that highlight reel. I loved it. So you get to see some other stuff, but yeah, that portal scene, and then the way that they tie it in at the end with Cap dancing with his girl. Amazing.
oh yeah. Well, oh yeah, it's true. That's true at the end, right? Yeah, that does pull the heartstrings, bro, for real.
Because right now, you got Infinity War, but you're never gonna be able to see the conclusion, the victory, baby.
I
I'm on the
know.
classic.
You know why? I picked that because I'm thinking of hope to get me off the island. It's hope. It's just something to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? So if I ever get off this bitch. All right, so all right, so that's 3. All right, so I got T2, Infinity War. You have Back to the Future and was it Endgame?
Yeah.
Damn, it's another one. Oh, I have number 3 would be Lord of the Rings, the first one.
Okay.
That
All
was
right.
I loved it all. I'm a huge fan of it. I loved all of them. Most people like the third one. The first one, I don't know. The first one just gives me that kind of lead up, and just everyone coming together. I just like that whole kind of like meeting each other and figuring each other out and building rapport with one another, and then getting together as a Fellowship of the Ring. That whole kind of build up, I'd always like. So I would say Lord of the Rings, the first one. That's my number.
Yep.
That's my number 3.
All
Yeah.
right. My number 3 is gonna be a masterpiece in my mind, in my eyes, personally. Man of Steel. Zack Snyder's Man of Steel.
Oh.
That for me,
Okay.
you got
Okay.
freaking 30, 45 minutes of action in the end of that movie. Henry Cavill, you know
Oh
what I'm saying?
yeah, that's a good.
Hans Zimmer
Yeah,
score.
that's
And it's a Zack Snyder
massive.
film, so it's long, keep you entertained.
That's so true. No, that's a banger, bro. Damn. I should have picked that one too. That's a good one. I guess we can't. I guess okay. So you know what? I know it's like it's almost over, but we have to say we can't like be have the same one. So that'll
Okay.
be all right.
Yeah.
No, that's a good one though. That's a good one. Damn, Man of Steel. That's a good one.
Mm.
Um. Oh, okay. Going old school on this one. Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, damn. So,
Yeah.
I got it on my wall right here. You know what I'm
You
saying?
got your boy right there.
All right,
Yeah.
Empire Strikes Back. That's the one.
Ugh.
All right.
Yeah, the Empire. The Empire. That one to me, yes. I mean, with everything that was going on, everything was revealed, the layers it had, the different galaxies starting to visit. You really start seeing the strength of Darth Vader and everything else. And then you see the rise of everybody, Luke Skywalker and all that stuff. The relationship between Han Solo and Leia start to really kind of gel. The Hoth scene alone, to me, is I'm good. I could have that scene by itself, and I'm good. So yeah, Empire Strikes Back.
All right. Damn. It's getting tough. We got two more, right?
Uh,
Body.
yeah, yeah.
That was your fourth one.
That's four.
Um.
Actually, I think one, two.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm
four.
about to be on my fourth one right now.
Yo, yeah, you're number four right now. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go with. Oh, Inception. I gotta go Inception.
Oh,
I
nice,
got to. That's another one I got on the
nice.
wall too. The Inception it's just a phenomenal film. So creative. You got it kind of like hits two different vibes. You got the a little bit of the science fiction fantasy with going to the dream world, but then you also got some James Bond type swag in it as well. And so yeah, definitely got Inception.
Okay, Inception. That's a good one. Yeah, I mean, hey, it's Michael Nolan, and Christopher Nolan, and that movie to me was really good because you still have questions. See, that's a good one because even if you were to see it a couple of you still question the end. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So you could be there forever.
There's people out there that, and I have never seen the specific things, but there's people that say, "Oh no, if you look for this one part, it kind of tells you what's what."
Yeah,
So
people
again,
dissect
all the
this up.
time you want to try to look for that one little frame or whatever that's supposed to tell you something.
Right, you're like,
But yeah,
where's this little frame at? Like, where is it?
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, and I did that too. I looked around. Okay, I think this is it. Maybe this is it. But I'm like, you know what? But that's a good one because yeah, you're always going to be thinking. The fifth one for me, man, I could pick a lot of them, but there's one film that still to this day I still have a not a hard time to keep up, but there's still a lot of questions because it goes so fast. And the way it was told, you literally have to constantly like really stay on it or you lose. You can't go to the bathroom, you just lose it. And there's other films that's probably better, but if I'm going to be in the island, there's something that's going to keep my interest. um of all films are going to be Tenet, Christopher
yeah,
Nolan's Tenet. That to me, I know a lot of people, well, some people didn't like it as much. To me, whatever it was, I really gravitated to it. I loved the film. It's one of my favorite films because it was so in depth, deep, technical. The cinematography was beautiful. It moved so smoothly, but it was fast. And the thing was, it wasn't a simple movie. It wasn't a movie you just sit back, you can go and come back, you catch up. No, 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 you couldn't do that. You'd be lost. And I like movies like that. Not only that it's technical, it can get you a little kind of bogged down sometimes your head hurts or you get a little bored. But this didn't. This kind of say, hey, listen, this is pretty much the premise. And if anyone hasn't seen Tenet, just in a nutshell, it's just about a device that can make time go backwards.
yeah. No, that's an amazing film. My wife and I actually, when we were living in San Jose during the pandemic, or just after the pandemic, when theaters were starting to open back up, I'd hella been looking forward to Tenet. We flew to San Diego to see it
Oh wow.
in the daytime, and then flew right back.
Wow,
So that's
really?
man, yeah. The fifth one is hard because again, you only got five, right?
Five, that's it. Yeah, exactly.
We got five. I got the Justice League all on my arm. You dig? So you
Oh,
would
nice.
think, Jay Green, where's your Batman? Where's your Justice League? What's going on with
Yeah,
this?
what's
You
the
know,
love,
bring
bro?
all that. And I'm like, I mean, I guess I got Man of Steel. You know what I'm saying? But that's a special
True.
film. I could put Dark Knight up there, yes,
Oh, damn, I
but
almost forgot. Oh, damn.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're always gonna
Mm.
think of something else. But I think the my final and my fifth one. has to be Interstellar, right? It's got to
Oh
be.
man, that's right. Oh, that's a good one.
You
That's
know,
a
I
good
think
one.
like when Interstellar came out, I don't remember like when did Interstellar come out? Like 2015, maybe
Something like
2014.
that. Yeah, I think it's
You know,
somewhere around there. Yeah, I think
somewhere
like
around
yeah.
there. Maybe 2013 even. I don't know. But the bottom line is I'm not sure if when it came out it was as well received as I envisioned it would have been.
2014. Yeah.
Yeah, so but for me, call me a Nolan fanboy if you want to. It's all good. I'm happy with that. But just like the risks that this man takes, the only issue I had with that film is like, all right, we're really gonna put all the information in a little stopwatch. I don't know, but
Yeah, I know.
you know what I'm
I
saying?
know.
And so paradox. But bottom line, like you say, the practical effects, the cinematography, Hans Zimmer's score, like God, the acting. That scene when Matthew McConaughey they get off, the stakes at hand and the way gravity is and all that. It makes you so interested in science and relativity and this and that. They get off the that one planet. This dude's like aged 50 years or whatever it was,
Yeah,
and he's watching the videos of his kids grow before his eyes.
I
Like, and
know.
the
Right.
emotion of that movie is freaking amazing. And also Nolan kind of taken the idea of the Dust Bowl that actually jumped off back in like what the 20s or 30s when crops really weren't growing very well. Then the land was like
Oh,
all
right, right, right,
well,
right,
so
right.
that concept of not being able to grow crops and dust just plaguing towns like to a detrimental degree is like a real thing that jumped off. And obviously he's building it up a little bit. But yeah, and then just the way when you're talking about Infinity War and having hope, one of the things that I love about a good amount of Nolan films is they kind of end on that like uptick.
Yeah.
Whether it's the story is done, but there's like that the last note that's like, whoa, where are we going from here? You know what I mean? And that's kind of like how that movie is to me when it ends and she's going to potentially start a new world. You know, it's just, yeah, that movie. I love that movie so much.
Yeah, yeah. No, you're right, Jay. I didn't think about that. If you think about Nolan's films, it never really ends. The story ends, but the journey is kind of still there, you know? And
We're
you're
almost
right.
just beginning.
Right, right. I never thought about that. That's a good point.
It's like we're done with this chapter. Like if you think about it, and random off the top right now, right? So when did you watch it? Welcome to Derry.
Oh yeah, love it. Whew. Big
Phenomenal,
fan.
right?
Big fan.
All these different think pieces, all these different people showcasing. Did you realize that this is connected to that? And da 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 da. Da? You know what I'm saying? With Chris, I'm not saying that's Christopher Nolan movies. I haven't done enough research to say that, but I'm just saying that the way that the story never really like ends, that chapter ends. You could say, okay, well, why couldn't that happen over there? Why couldn't this happen over here? Because his movies are all grounded in a reality of sorts. You know what I'm saying? So that idea of imagination, that idea of hope, being stranded on the island, if you want your brain to take off like it used to back in the day before every movie was a franchise, you would have to imagine, well, what did Andy Dufresne and Red do once they got to that island together?
That's right.
Once they got to the ship?
That's right. What happened?
You're thinking like, okay, this is the end of that story, but they're homies. They're going to spend the rest of their days together. They got a bond like that, and so that's kind of like how I view those movies. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's a good point. You're right. That's right. I mean, you think about it, yeah, they never really end. I think we got some good one, guys. All right, so Justin for his pick, he has Back to the Future, um, Avengers Endgame, Man of Steel, Inception, and Interstellar. I have ooh, that's a strong one, bro. I have T2, Lord of the Rings, the first one, Empire Strikes Back, Infinity War, and Tenant. So that's our movies right now anyway. That we stuck on an island, we're gonna watch these for the rest of our lives. So what is yours, by the way? If anyone out there, what are your 5 films that if you're stuck on an island, you're done. That's it. This is the only things you can watch. What would it be? Let us know down in the comments. And also too, subscribe so you know when we get new videos. It'll go ding to you. You know what I mean? So anyway, this is a Mission Movie Review. I'm Barry Gaines,
Jay Green.
and we're going to see you on our next edition of What We Do. Peace.